model. Model stands for an entity relationship model. It is a high-level data model. This model is used to define the data elements and relationship for a specified system. In modeling, the database structure is portrayed as a diagram called an entity relationship diagram. Symbols in diagrams. Rectangles. This entity relationship diagram symbol represents entity types. Ellipses. Symbol represent attributes. Diamonds. This symbol represents relationship types. Lines. It links attributes to entity types and entity types with other relationship types. Primary key. Attributes are underlined. Double ellipses. Represent multi-valued attributes. Component of diagram. 1. Entity. An entity may be any object, class, person or place. In the diagram, an entity can be represented as rectangles. Weak entity. An entity that depends on another entity called a weak entity. The weak entity doesn't contain any key attribute of its own. The weak entity is represented by a double rectangle. 2. Attribute. The attribute is used to describe the property of an entity. Ellipse is used to represent an attribute. A. Key attribute. The key attribute is used to represent the main characteristics of an entity. It represents a primary key. The key attribute is represented by an ellipse with the text underlined. B. Composite attribute. An attribute that composed of many other attributes is known as a composite attribute. The composite attribute is represented by an ellipse, and those ellipses are connected with an ellipse. C. Multivalued attribute. An attribute can have more than one value. These attributes are known as a multivalued attribute. The double oval is used to represent multivalued attribute. D. Derived attribute. An attribute that can be derived from other attribute is known as a derived attribute. It can be represented by a dashed ellipse. 3. Relationship. A relationship is used to describe the relation between entities. Diamond or rhombus is used to represent the relationship. A set of relationships of same type is known as relationship set. Degree of a relationship set. The number of different entity sets participating in a relationship set is called as degree of a relationship set. Unary relationship. When there is only one entity set participating in a relation. Binary relationship. When there are two entities set participating in a relation. N-ary relationship. When there are n entities set participating in a relation.